Alright guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork, and in front of you you're seeing a whole lot of MIP Thorp hand wrenches. Now, got a hold of these from MIP and I decided to do away with all of my previous wrenches. And we'll get to that here in just a few minutes. I'm going to show you what I've used in the past, why I use them, and why these tools are here to stay. Now, if you have done any research at all, and I'll go through this really quickly, MIP basically makes these in-house in Southern California using American steel. Now, they are actually using, for these tips, drill bit blanks. Now, if you know how hard drill bits are, that's some hardened steel right there, US steel, and they're grounding them down in-house in California. They're not sending these out. They're not, farming it out somewhere else. They're doing it in-house. So that gets my applause right there. The other great thing about these tools, and I'll pull one of these guys out right here so you can take a look. This is a 3/32. The handle is priceless on any tool. Because the first thing is, does it fit your hand? Is it going to be comfortable? Because, let's face it, if you're subscribed to my channel, or if you're just viewing this outside of my channel, you're using tools, and you're constantly wrenching. That's my favorite part about RC, is wrenching. Getting down and dirty, taking it apart, fixing it, making it better. So, basically, these tools are priceless. It's a lot of money sitting in front of you, but in the end, it's going to be priceless for you. Now, there's a couple of things that they've done differently here. You'll notice here on the kind of black section right there, and I don't know if you can kind of see it, but it basically is stamped, and it says MIP in 3/32. Well, they've also stepped it up a notch and laser etched it in there, and it's going to be kind of hard to see on camera, but also MIP in 3/32. So each tool is stamped, each one is laser etched. Great little add-on feature to these tools. I bought some tools in the past that didn't have one bit of marking on them. Horrible. And being that I'm colorblind, there's a great tool, but what is it? Is it 3/32? Is it 5/64? I have no idea. And that's Hobbyist, sorry. Anyways, no markings on it whatsoever. That's frustrating. So, back to the MIP tools. Quickly, what I picked up. Far left corner, those are all my metrics up there. 1.5, got a 2.0, got a 2.5. I picked up a 2.5 inch or 2.5 millimeter ball end. Now that's a tricky wrench right there. That is something that's going to be used for changing out the motor on my Hyper 9E. You have to dig way deep on the chassis to go all the way in past the rear clip and into the motor mount. So on the front section right here, got the .050, got the 1/16. That's the famous SCTE diff wrench right there. We'll get to that in a minute too. 5/64, 3/32, and then up here with the speed bits, 5/64, 3/32, and then a 2.5, once again for that Hyper 90E. Now, the cool thing with the speed bits is they have that 1/4 inch little adapter right there, and also once again stamped and laser etched. Not too bad. Happen to have this little guy right here. This is a drill, this isn't an impact. Please do not use an impact on your RCs. Basically, this thing drops right in. You're locked and loaded. I also put mine way down on one there just in case, especially when you're going into plastic. You want to be careful. So, I'm set now. I got a full set. I'm ready to wrench and get busy. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention on these MIP tools is there's 3 different handle sizes. I was kind of unclear on the pictures on their website because, everything's relative to size. Most of the larger ones will have this large kind of handle here. Let me go ahead and pop out one of the medium size handles. This one right here is on the 5/64, and you'll see there's a bit of a difference there. And then finally on the .050. That's the smallest handle of the bunch. Of course, it's the smallest wrench. And let me show you a comparison there as well. So there we go. Great handles, guys. These are molded around the actual bit. Not too bad. So let me show you guys what I've used in the past, and we'll make some decisions together as far as what the best tool is. Let me get all this stuff out of the way here for you guys. So my first set of tools, believe it or not, were these guys. These are some, what are they called? I don't even know what they're called. Made in Germany. I thought they would be good. They were just a few bucks. I think like $2, $3 a piece. Picked up a 1.5, a 2, and a 2.5. Rounded off the edges. And it's going to be hard to see on camera right there. But rounded off almost all the edges. Picked that up with my original slash 4x4. The other thing, the handles are so thin and couldn't grip on. So my next set, got rid of those. Picked up these. These are some great tools from Dynamite. Very short. I mean, I don't know if I can show you here real quick, but there's the MIP one. Doesn't even come close. The other thing is they use this kind of, this stuff right here. Ripped up my hands. I couldn't use them anymore. They were horrible. So as far as the tips, they were okay, but once again, it's that handle thing. So there's those. Next set I picked up, I splurged. I spent 50 bucks on a set of these. Now these were from a local shop. I believe they're kind of their in-house little special. And they're made by Elite, I believe. And these are retractable ones. I thought, hey, that's a cool idea. You can retract them. So let's take the 2.5 right here. You push the little deal there. That goes in. It retracts so you can adjust the size. Not too bad, right? So when it's out, it doesn't push back in. Except when you use it a lot, like my 2.0 right here. Push it in, push it out, push it in, push it out. It doesn't not retract anymore. Ugh, frustrating. 50 bucks. Down the toilet. Here's the next set. Got a set of these Hobbyist ones right here. You know, I went inexpensive. I think they were like 35, 40 bucks for a set of them. Lifetime warranty on the tips, which is a great deal because I've broken 3 of these 1/16 ones. You SCTE owners, you know what this one is. So all in all, although they've replaced them, they're using crappy steel. So with that, I went out and I picked up one of these guys. This is a official Team Losi 1/16. Once again, those SCTE guys are chiming in. But look at this, guys. Look at the size difference on that. I mean, there's just no length on this. The other downfall of a lot of these tools is they use some sort of Allen wrench to hold the bit in. Which, if you're really getting on some torque there, it'll move around and all sorts of stuff. So, really going to be happy with these MIP tools. I've heard a lot of good things about them. If you research online, these things have been around for 20 plus years. And there's actually, kind of funny, I was looking a couple nights ago, and there's actually amber tool sightings. It's a quick little playlist on MIP site. And one of them, it actually has one of the Team Losi racers with a whole set of their MIP tools sitting out there, which I thought was kind of funny. And another one was really odd, but if you guys are, remember in this one, there was a show called Punky Brewster back in the early 80s. And there was one little episode where, this little tomboyish girl was out racing RC cars with some of the boys. And, these were all the Hornet and the Frog and all those fun old school ones. And, of course, on the workbench was sitting a bunch of these amber colored tools from MIP and Thorp. So, really happy with this. I will do a future update on how well these tools are doing. Once again, the description, the video description, I will have a link to MIP site so you can look at all of the info on them. There's also some really strange sizes they put out, Like there's a 0.9 millimeter, there's a 1.3 for some of the helicopters that are out there that use those sizes. That's it for now. Really happy with the purchase. Can't wait to get using these on my SCTE and some of my other cars. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you. SCTE owners. You guys all know this, right? Those are those famous 1/16 inch screws. I'm going to be rebuilding all 3 of my diffs, and I can't wait to use all these MIP tools. It's going to come in great. Cannot wait. Once again, guys, if you like the video, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and as always, if you have any comments, throw it down below. I'm constantly on YouTube. I'm constantly responding. I think this year alone, I've responded to over 3,000 comments. That's a cool deal because there's a lot of other guys out there that don't even respond to one. That's it for now, guys. Over now.